Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello and welcome back. Okay, that's not quite right, is it? Hello. Hi.
Hey
there. So, yeah, that should be okay. Apologies, I normally do the sound check before the stream starts, so... but it seems like it's all good. 2 seconds. There we go. Okay, should be good to go now. As always, we'll give people time to get themselves in. But hello and welcome back. What game am I playing today? I'm going to be playing Farm Sim. It's Farm Sim Friday, so Farming Simulator is the plan for today. And we'll get started on that in just a moment. Having a bit of trouble with my pop-up window again. It's always the case. There we go. We'll see how it goes anyway. So yeah, welcome back. Playing Farming Sim again. It's going to be our second episode of Farm Sim Friday. We got off to a pretty decent start last time, so we'll be carrying on with our playthrough on Badic, the Polish map. We'll get into it in just a moment. I do want to say that today's stream may end up being a little bit shorter than usual, because the weather is absolutely unbearable here at the moment. So I genuinely don't know if I can sit here for 3 hours in front of my computer, which is hot enough, plus the weather outside. It might not be a full 3 hours. I'll just keep going until it gets a bit much for me. But hopefully, we might be able to do the whole thing. I also want to say sorry that there was no stream on Wednesday and no video yesterday. I've had really bad hay fever this week, and yesterday and the day before I could barely talk, I could barely breathe through my nose, and I thought, you don't want to hear that, so I decided to give it a miss. But hopefully my voice is a little bit better today. So we'll just give it a few minutes, let people join. In fact, we may as well switch over to our game view now, because I don't want to waste too much time. We are already starting about 5 minutes late, so I'd like to get into the game as soon as we can. For some reason, whenever you switch scenes with TikTok Studio, it always repositions the windows. Very annoying. but hopefully shouldn't be too bad. There we go. Tom says farming sim in 28 degrees. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those days where it's too hot to go outside, right? Like, legitimately, I could be outside doing a bit of gardening or practicing my unicycle or something like that, but it is way too hot for that. It's too hot to be inside as well, but I'd rather be inside than outside on a day like this. It's just one of those days where it's a bit too much. It's too much of a good thing, you know. F1 Fan 211. How do you use the steering wheel on Farming Sim? It's just plug and play. This wheel specifically is designed for use with Farming Sim, so it's, you know, you plug it in and it's ready to go. Depending on what wheel you've got, you might have to do a little bit of jiggery pokery to get it to work. But generally speaking, it should be just plug and play. George says, what are your pronouns? She and her. Thank you for asking, George. And thank you for following, Brian. As you can see at the top there, we're aiming for 3,000 followers. That's our next milestone. So we've got about 250, 275 to go. So feel free to follow if you are enjoying. I mean, there's not much to enjoy yet because we haven't started the actual stream, but we will in just a second. Thank you, Andy Lewis, for following as well. How much was the wheel? Says Jabba. The wheel was £250. That included the steering wheel, the side panel, and the pedals down below. You know, it came as a full bundle, and it was £250 from the official Logitech online store. Okay, so I'm gonna pop my chat out onto my small window there. I'm gonna move my TikTok studio to the other window just there, and hopefully thank you for following, George. Okay, that should be good. Hopefully you can see the game window alright. Hopefully you can see me alright. Please do let me know if you're having any trouble. Let's jump into the game. All the same mods as last time. Nothing's changed. A few of them have been updated, but no major changes. Thanks for following Ruben, Alfie Napper, Amina, and Grace BX. Thank you very much, everyone. Hawk S says, what are pronouns? She, her. Thanks for asking. So we're loading in. The bottom of the screen appears to be slightly cut off. It isn't on the stream, but it is for me. It's probably because of my taskbar being visible. Let me just hide that. And I should be able to move the game window up a little bit. That'll do. I can see well enough, as long as I can see the bottom of the screen. Okay, let's just hide that. I will get some questions read out in just a minute, guys. I do apologise. It's just always a pain trying to position this window in the right place. Do you play on PC? If so, how much was your PC? My PC was £450. It's refurbished, built by Bedrock Computers. It's a GTX 1050 Ti, 3GB graphics card, 32 gigs RAM, and an Intel i5 processor. So a decent mid-range sort of gaming PC. I mean, probably at this point, with how quickly the technology evolves, it's quite old. But at the time that I bought it, it was, you know, mid-range. Okay, for some reason my farm sim is not visible to me. Looks like it's still visible on stream, so probably just because it's taking a while to load. Ryan D, how come you don't have a mouse mat? I don't really need one. I don't think you really need mouse mats in general these days. Most desks, you know, a laser mouse will work fine on them. I think mouse mats are a sort of an outmoded concept at this point, right? Like they're useful for like the old style mouses with the physical ball in them, but I think for modern mouses you don't really need them. They're more of just a decorative thing. Do I have any pets? Says Condor Airlines. Yes, I do. I have a pet jumping spider. You can't see her because obviously she's over in the other corner and I can't move my webcam. But she's doing well. She's settling in all right. I've had her for about 3 weeks. Grace BX, how long did it take you to grow your hair out? I've been growing my hair for about 3 years. There it is, full length. About 3.5 years, actually. Last time I had it cut was Christmas 2020. Yeah, Christmas 2020. No. Yeah, that's 3.5 years ago. And yeah, it's been growing ever since. Ryan D says the mouth just moves better and doesn't scratch your desk, that's all. I guess, yeah, I'm not really bothered about scratching my desk, to be honest, but I could see how that would be, you know, an advantage. Oh, my game's loaded. Is my spider starting to eat now, says Grace. She still hasn't eaten since that first time, which was just under 2 weeks ago now. It wasn't this Monday, it was the Monday before, so it's been almost 2 weeks. She's still alive, she's still moving about inside her den, but she hasn't properly come out of it yet, and she hasn't eaten since that first mealworm, so I think she's probably getting ready to molt. Which, if you've got a jumping spider, it happens about every month or so, a month and a half, that kind of time period. What are my pronouns? Says Jabba, she, her. Thanks for asking, Jabba. Okay, I have pressed start. It just takes a minute to actually get into it. So EP23, I think you're great. Thanks, EP23. Freezy says, just finished my exams at school and have left now. Congratulations, Freezy. Fingers crossed. Hope you get the results that you're looking for. Oh, the dreaded not responding's appeared at the top of the tab. Oh, we're in. Okay. Condor Airlines, I like farming sim, but the thing I hate about it is it takes like 5 minutes to load up. It does take quite a while, especially if you're playing with a lot of mods, and I am a sucker for mods. I always play all my games with a lot of mods installed. Hang on, I need to unplug my Logitech controller because it's causing my player character to drift there. Is it that one? Yeah. Yeah, one word of warning, if you've got a steering wheel and if you have... Sorry about the ice cream van outside. If you have a steering wheel and the controller plugged in at the same time, it causes your character to drift. So I've just unplugged my controller so it doesn't interfere, and you can see we're not drifting anymore. Sam says, hey Ash, how are you? I'm fine, thanks. How are you doing, Sam? Okay, we've got the timescale set to 0.5. That's because I did come in and do a very small amount of off-camera stuff, which I'll talk about in just a moment. Put the timescale up to 10. What do you play on, says Tyler. I'm playing on my PC. So, just a quick explanation of the off-camera stuff. If you watched the last stream, it ended with us buying 2 balers. We only wanted one, but we ended up buying a second one because there was a bit of an issue with the first. Then we resolved the issue, so off camera I sold the spare baler that we didn't need. We've just got this one now. And then I also brought the pallet of spare bale twine over and put it on our shelf here. Just because it was a very small job that needed doing, and there was no point me waiting to do it in the stream. So I did that off camera, but apart from that, nothing else really has changed. What we need to do today is, if I just check the map, so last time we harvested this field 16. We cut it, we baled it. We need to go out and actually pick the bales up now. And I think we might have the results back. Yes, we got the results from our precision farming back, as you can see there. So the field's mostly silty clay with a little bit of sandy loam near the top. That's useless information for us right now, but it will help us in the next harvest to maximise our yield and get a higher environmental score so we can get more money for the crop. But for now, again, we just need to go out there and collect the bales, and then I'm probably going to buy a mower and mow fields 87 and 86. Because as I mentioned before, we own those two fields and they're both just filled with grass at the minute. So I think what we'll do is we'll get a cut off of those and bale it into some grass bales, and possibly over the winter we might get some sheep. We can't really do any field work over the winter, so to give us something to do, we can get some sheep, we can feed them the grass, and it'll keep us busy, and we can get a bit of money out of them as well. So let me just check if we got a drawbar. We do have a drawbar on the truck, so I'm going to go to the shop and buy a small trailer that we can put the bales in. The bales obviously are very small ones, so we can lift them by hand, so rather than buying a fancy bale loader or a pallet fork or anything like that, we can just go down there and pick the bales up. Ooh. Front lights we need. Nice setup, says SFC Toby. Thanks, Toby. Very happy with it. It's taken quite a while to build up. It started with the computer, obviously, and then I got the steering wheel and side panels. I got the second, the mini monitor there. I got my beacon. And soon, once the collector's edition of 25 comes out, I'll get the ignition key as well, which will be fun. Thanks for following, by the way, Toby. Oh, bit of a lag spike there. Hopefully we're not going to run into too many issues. I think I've got Steam open. That might actually slow things down a little bit because I'm not playing the game through Steam. If there's any serious issues, I might have to just use Task Manager to shut down Steam. Because Steam's one of those applications that doesn't shut down properly when you close it. SFC Toby, does it cost a lot thinking about buying a PC soon instead of my Xbox? I think all in all I've spent about £1,000 on the setup. The computer was 450, the steering wheel and side panel deal was 250, so that's 600, no, that's 700 there. Then the monitor, my main monitor was about 100. This monitor I actually got for free from a friend, it's second hand. So yeah, and plus like the mic and the keyboard and lights and all the other little bits and pieces, I think in total probably about £1,000 has gone into it, which is really not a lot for a full setup like this. Let me just read back a little bit because we had a couple more questions come in. How much RAM do you have? I've got 32 gig. In terms of my other specs, I've got 3 gig graphics and an Intel i5 processor. Okay, so I'm going to buy, wrong button, a trailer. But we need a very small trailer this time. I might just get the Lizard car trailer, although I don't know if it will be big enough for the amount of bales that we've got. So if I go for the one axle one, which can also hold animals, so that'll be handy for when we get sheep. Yeah, this one will hopefully hold all the bales in the field. What graphics card, says Rob Chilvers? It's a GTX 1050 Ti. So 3 gigabytes. I originally ordered 4 gigabytes, but it wasn't available at the time. And rather than waiting, I opted to go for the 3 gigabyte one instead. I think we'll go with the back triangle, but nothing else. Just the triangle will do. Thanks for following, Kai. What keyboard do you have? Asks AHMXD. I actually don't know, to be honest. I picked it up quite cheap from Game. When it was on sale, it was only like about 25 quid, with the mouse included. I don't think it's like any particular brand or anything. I'm not really bothered about having like branded peripherals and stuff like that. As long as I can press the buttons on it and it works, that's all that I'm really bothered about. Okay, let's have the rim colour red and then the body green. Fred says I have 10 megabytes RAM. Is 10 megabytes RAM enough? I'd say probably not, Fred. The setup looks so good, says Demi. Thank you, Demi. Okay, let's buy that then. What do you think of the wheel? Is it quite good? The wheel's good. I do have one minor complaint about the side panel, and that's the stick here is a little bit flimsy. It's already cracked a little bit inside. Like if I mean you can't really get it across on stream, but if I like fiddle around with it, you can feel that there's like a crack down the middle of it, which is a little bit annoying. But the wheel itself I've not had any problems with. So yeah, all in all, I'm quite happy with the purchase. Okay. Oh, does this have backlights? No. This is going to be good. Oh, a bit too far back there. I play on Xbox, but I'm saving for a PC, and I thought I had to buy like a 1K plus PC. So a brand new PC will set you back a couple of grand. Mine is refurbished, so it's all second-hand parts put together by well, Bedrock Computers is the service that I used, but there's all kinds of refurbished custom PC dealers. I didn't want to try building one myself because I don't really have the knowledge to do that, and I wouldn't want to risk spending a lot of money on something that doesn't work. So yeah, like I say, I found Bedrock Computers online. You basically tell them what specs you want, they put it together for you and send it, and it's all refurbished parts, so it's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying brand new. And like I say, mine was 500 quid, well 450, and it's a decent mid-range computer. I have to wipe my nose a little bit there. Sorry, a little bit of the hay fever from yesterday still hanging about. Maddie followed, by the way. Thank you, Maddie. I missed that earlier. Have I played Unturned, says Charlie. I'm not familiar with Unturned, no. What is it? It sounds like a zombie game. If it's not, I'm going to look like an idiot, but just the name of it kind of implies zombies to me. Let me know. Okay, how do we actually pick up bales? 1. There we go. And how many bales do we have? We got like 60 of these, so... But again, rather than forking out for a front loader or something like that, it is going to be a lot cheaper for us to just pick things up by hand. If it'll let us. Sometimes it, for some reason, doesn't let you. How long do you game for? Asks Demi. I usually stream for about 3 hours. As I say, I might cut it a bit short today because the weather is horrible right now. It's so hot. So I'll play for as long as my concentration will allow. But once it gets a bit much for me, I might have to end early. We'll see how it goes. Okay, we're still not going to get all of these in one trailer. I'm realising that now. But I think we're just going to sell these straight away anyway, because we don't have animals yet. There's not really any point keeping them. Then again though, I did mention that I would like to get sheep fairly soon, so it might be a good idea to keep a couple of these stored, just to provide bedding for the animals. But most of them we'll just take and sell. They're not exactly a gold mine, but it's a little bit of extra money out of the field, and you know you might as well do something with the extra bits and pieces that are left over. Get as much out of the field as you can. Oh, I've just realised I've still got my game preview running on my other monitor as well. That might slow things down a little bit, so I'll just turn that off. There we go. Okay, back in. Oh, it won't let me get in. That's a bit odd. Wouldn't let me get in the car for some reason. Where did that... There we go. Yeah, so I mean if we stacked them a bit better it might fit a few more in. But stacking things takes time. And I don't have time. I just want to get it done so that we can move on to something more exciting. As I say, I think we're going to get a mower today and mow our grass fields and then bale those. We'll also need to weed this, and it'll probably need ploughing as well. Normally when you start a new map, all the fields need ploughing. So we'll get a subsoiler. I don't enjoy using the actual ploughs. They're very tricky to manoeuvre. But we'll get a subsoiler to do the ploughing with. And then we'll have to pick the stones. So there's plenty of jobs that are going to have to be done before it's ready for planting. But it realistically won't be ready to plant until March, and we're only in October. So we've got plenty of time to get those other little jobs done before it's ready for the next crop to go in. Okay, I have no idea how many we've got in there, but I don't think we can fit many more. It depends how high we can go, really. Okay, it's already gone 7 AM. It's, again, look, it's not letting me get back in the vehicle. It's saying button 17. That's very odd, because normally it's button 3. Peculiar. Yeah, I'm going to turn the timescale down just a little bit. Just because last time we ended up not being able to get all the baling done before it got dark. So I'll keep the time at 6, and then if we get everything done and it's still very early in the day, we can always turn the time up a little bit and fast forward just a touch. Okay, we got quite a few in there. There's still room for more, so that one just fell out. We'll keep going. We'll get a few more in there on the top, like. Very carefully turn around. This is where they're all going to fall out because I haven't strapped them down. And of course this is only a temporary solution, really. Once we've started getting more fields, this is not going to be practical at all. Because we've only got one field and it's very tiny, then picking the bales up by hand works for now. Well, we just lost a couple there. But yeah, once we start to expand the farm and buy more land, we're definitely going to want to get a proper bale trailer and do some proper bale handling. Do I drive in real life? I don't actually, and I don't really want to be quite honest. I don't really need to drive, to be honest. The public transport near me it's not the best, but it's not the worst either. It's good enough for my purposes, and I just don't really see the need to drive. For me personally, it's an expense that I'm better off without. Yo says, no one 6000. Hi, welcome to the stream. Rin says, have you uncovered any Iron Age artifacts from the ground yet? Oh, if only. If only. No, some of the maps do have like hidden collectibles on them, which is cool. It would be really cool if you could actually like dig those collectibles up if you like ploughed in certain places and stuff like that. Yeah, for some reason, again, it's just not letting me use the hotkey to get into the cab. it lets me get out. If I press 3 now, it takes me out, but if I press it again, it immediately starts working again now that I've tried to prove a point. I'm losing another bale. Okay, I think this is as full as it's going to get. Yeah, I don't even know if that one will go back on. Okay, let's strap them down, get these back to the farm, and then we'll come and pick up another load. Oh, we just driven over one there. Someone asked how much was the game. I actually bought this for £5, the collector's edition. Got it second hand, just because I wanted the beacon light. Loving the outfit, by the way. Thank you, Carla. There's no storyline or intro to the game, says Moose. No, there isn't. It's not a story-driven game. I think from what I gather from FarmCon, where they've recently shown some footage from the next game, it looks like there will be a little bit more story stuff in the next game. There's going to be NPCs who have actual voice lines and stuff like that. But I think they're mostly just going to give you like contracts to do, like called harvest my field for me, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's like I say, it's not a story-driven game. The story's not the point of this kind of game. It's a simulator. The game's so good for £5. Can you play it on PS instead of on setup? You can get Farming Sim 22 on PlayStation, yeah. That's not the retail price of the game, by the way. I just want to point that out. I got this second-hand, like a second-hand copy of the game, for a £5. The actual retail version is like 25 quid or something like that, I think. But it's frequently on sale if you get the Steam version, for example. And obviously, as time goes by, I mean, once Farming Sim 25 comes out, the price of this one is going to plummet because it won't be like the current thing. Still worth paying full price? Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I did pay full price for FS19, the game before this one, and I've owned FS17 and 15 as well. I've owned every major game in the franchise since 15. It is definitely worth paying full price. I just really wanted the beacon light, and the collector's edition is a little bit more expensive. Got a couple of followers. Let me just get off the road. James, thanks for following, and MX Rudy1, thanks for following. Incredibly boring game. Don't watch then. Moose, thank you for following. And Dean the Bean, thanks for following. Okay, I wonder if that container there is actually functional, because it is supposed to be a decorative object, but we might actually be able to put stuff in it. Then again, it's quite high. It would be a bit of a pain to get stuff in there. We'll find somewhere else for it. We could do really with like a hayloft. We don't really have a crop storage area at the minute, apart from our silo, but that's just for grain. I guess we could put them in here. I think that's going to be our best option for now. But a proper hayloft would come in handy further down the line. Thomas Holly's followed. Thank you very much, Thomas. Honky says, hey, we have the same style Adam's apple. Oh my god, are we Adam's apple twins? Great. How do I undo the tension belts? Oh, they're not happy. L? There we go, L. Okay, there we go. Oh, there's a few bales flinging themselves out now. Anyway, the whole point of me playing a more relaxed game like this is that it gives me more opportunity to read chat and answer questions and stuff like that. So, like, even if you find the gameplay itself boring, you know, that's not the only reason that I'm here. I'm here to talk to you as well and to answer your questions and interact and stuff like that. So, you know, the stream's only as boring as you guys make it. I'm just saying. Cam the Outlaw 1899 says, hey, hi Cam, welcome to stream. I think we can open the tailgate on this as well, might make it a little bit easier to to get the bales out the back. Let's have a look. I'm not seeing a button for it. What does unload here do? Ah, there we go. That opens the tailgate. Good, good. There we go. Oh, so we can just pull these out now. Nice and quick. Thanks for following, Samuel Waby. Map name says Ludo069. You only have to ask once. Don't worry, I'll get there eventually. The map is called Baric, B-A-R-C-Y-C-Z. It's a Polish map. It's available on the Mod Hub. I'm not sure if it's crossplay or not. You'll have to check. I mean, I could turn the trailer actually so that it's facing in here, so we don't have as far to travel with each bale. But I'm already halfway through now, so I may as well keep going. And yes, I know some of you will be screaming at the monitor, you know, why are you just tossing them in there? Why aren't you stacking them properly? I don't have time for that. we got jobs to be doing, right? Have I ever played Apex Legends? I haven't actually played Apex Legends, no. Not really my kind of game, to be honest. Yeah, we'll definitely be investing in some bale handling technology for the next harvest, so that we aren't doing all this by hand. I just thought it was worth trying. And I mean, at the end of the day, we are trying to keep things like small scale and all classic equipment and stuff like that. But we could at least invest in a bale loader. A nice old one. Last one. Oh, that went through to the other side. Yeah, the object handling physics in this game aren't the best either, I will admit. I hope there's some improvements in that area in 25, because we could have done this job a lot quicker if the object handling was a little better. Can we turn our headlights off now? Yeah, I think we can. I think it's light enough. Chicken HFDH followed, thank you very much. There's our neighbour. Yeah, there's no AI traffic in this map, but there are pedestrians. So you won't see any cars driving about, which is a good thing in a way, because it means you're not going to run into anything coming the other way when you've got a wide load. But it does make it feel a little bit emptier, which is why I'm glad that there's pedestrians about as well, just to fill it out a bit. And that's another thing that I'm hoping we'll get in FS25, is that we'll actually see more of the other farmers. Like, we'll see tractors on the road and see farmers working in the fields and stuff like that, just to make the world feel a little bit more alive, because it can feel quite empty at times. Okay, will we do this in another load? I really hope so, because I'm bored of this already. We'll hopefully get all the rest of the bales into this trailer now, and not have to come back for a third, because, as I say, there is plenty of other stuff that I want to be getting on with. There we go. In fact, oh, that went behind. If I open the tailgate now, that just turned the engine off. There we go. If I open the tailgate now, it'll make it easier to put the bales in. Why did I not think of that before? There we go. And if we stack them a little bit neater this time, we might actually get them all in. I would put the in-game radio on, but I don't know if any of the music is copyrighted, so I won't. Instead, you can listen to the sounds of nature. You can hear a few birds if if I stop talking for a minute. And I have got the... There was literally not a single bird there, I apologise. I have got the critters mod on as well, which adds a little bit more wildlife, so you might see deer and stuff like that in the fields a little bit more often than in the base game. And there are fireflies at night, you might have seen in the last stream. Am I playing on a wheel? Yes, I am. There we go. It's a little bit awkward for walking, but obviously my keyboard isn't in front of this monitor, so it's my only option. It's quite a strange experience to control a walking person with a steering wheel, but there we are. Oh, there is still quite a few. I think it might be 3 loads, which I really am not happy about, but again, I'm stacking them a little bit better, so we might get a few more in this time. How's my day going? Says L. Milner. My day's going fine, thanks for asking. It's been a very hot day. In fact, I had a really bad headache about an hour before the stream was due to start because of how hot it is, and I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't be able to stream again, because I missed Wednesday's stream. I didn't want to miss another. But I had a drink. I got myself some refreshment. Feeling a bit better now. Like I say, the stream might have to end early because the weather is still absolutely roasting. But it's not too bad now. I've got my curtains closed, my windows open, let in the cold without letting in let in the breeze without letting in the light. That'll hopefully help to keep the room cool enough. Thanks for following 999. Okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be 3 loads, but not by much, which is annoying. If we'd got a little bit more in the first load, we might have been able to do it in 2. But I don't think we're going to get all the rest of this in this load. Yeah, there's still quite a lot down that end as well. Day 3 of asking what other sims you like to play, says Josh. I like to play mostly Farming Sim. I'm also a big fan of Euro Truck Sim and Train Sim. I would be open to playing both of those on stream if people would be interested in it. I think Euro Truck probably would be more interesting. I know trains aren't everyone's cup of tea. But yeah, like I say, I'd be open to playing both of those on stream if people would like to see it. Nope, that didn't work. I like both. Yes, please, says Josh. Well, I'll see what I can do, Josh. I've been planning on doing Euro Truck for a while. I'm just not sure when, because at the minute I'm streaming Farm Sim on Fridays and Minecraft on Mondays. So adding another game to the mix means I'm going to be spending quite a lot of my time streaming games. But I'll see what I can work out. I'm going to put the tension belts on, just so that these ones don't fall off. But there should be room for a few more. Someone just followed. L. Milner, thank you very much. 50 people in here, never mind. Yeah, it fluctuates a lot. It's one of those games, you know. It's not for everyone. So there's always a lot of people coming in and then leaving again because they're not really interested. It dropped by 20. Yeah, it does. It does. Do I like Bus Sim? I've played Bus Sim. I've got to be honest, it's not really for me. I'm not too big on buses, to be honest. But I have played it. I have tried. I would like to try OMSI, but it's really expensive, and it's a lot of money to pay for a game that I might not enjoy, you know what I mean? Do I know stuff about farming, says Jacko? Bits and pieces, yeah. I grew up on and around farms. My granddad worked on a farm, and he used to take me to work with him every Saturday. So, you know, obviously I didn't do any work myself because I was a kid, but I was there when work was being done. So I know stuff, but I'm by no means an expert. Bale loaders do exist, says Lords. Unfortunately for us, they don't. We are playing with classic equipment only, which means no automatic bale loaders. These are all just flatbed bale trailers. We will be getting some proper bale handling equipment for the next harvest, though. Just some, like a nice bale spike and a front loader, something like that. Someone said you can't bale stack for shit. You want to try bale stacking in Farming Sim, which already has terrible physics, with a steering wheel. And now I can't get back in my tractor again, or car rather. Okay, I think that's as much as we're going to get, so it is going to be one more load. But we got a decent amount there, and we can definitely get all that lot in one more trailer. Rossi says, sorry to ask, what does AMA mean? It means ask me anything. Within reason, of course. Aaron Kelly says, imagine he did farming in real life. It could have happened, to be quite honest. When I finished school, I was torn between going to university to study game design and going to agricultural college. Like, it was a serious option that I was considering. In the end, I went for the former and ended up with a degree in game design. But it was a serious career move that I could have made a few years back. But I made my decision, and look where it's look where it's got me. Okay, we'll put the gear up a little bit. Boomed MMA, why you ended up trans? Programming. That's what programming does to a motherfucker. No, I kid, of course, but it's there are a suspicious amount of trans programmers. Someone followed. I'll catch the name in a minute when I'm not in the middle of a busy road. Well, not a busy road, there's nothing about. Rue Middleton Wood, thanks for following. And also Sam, thank you for following. And Will, thanks for following as well. I think you're confused, lad. I'm not sure what I could possibly be confused about. D3ALTH followed, thanks very much. And Bobby Joe Norton 145, thank you. Okay, we're back right up to it this time, so we can just get the stuff unloaded straight into the... well, we're still off a little bit, but we're close enough that we can just grab and turn and throw. What are you? I'm a farmer. For today, at least. I've got my farming hat on. Thanks for following Ben's Piers 361. Yeah, we're definitely going to need a bale storage shed at some point, a hayloft or something similar, because we can't just pile them all up in here in an absolute mess like this. But for now, it'll do. Like I say, I don't know if we're going to end up selling these or if we're going to keep them for animal bedding. We'll see. Could have stacked them neater, come on. I could have stacked them neater, but it would take hours and hours and hours because I am doing this with a steering wheel in a game that famously has poor physics anyway. You've just seen a bale disappear through the bottom of the trailer there, so that gives you some idea of how good the physics are in this game. If I wanted to stack them neatly, it would take me an awful long time. Thanks for following Adam Moody. What wheel do you use? This is a Logitech, I think it's called like a G45. It came. I bought the heavy equipment bundle from Logitech's official site, so it's all in one go. It's the steering wheel, the side panel, and the pedals. It cost me 250 quid. And of course, it is a wheel. It is specifically designed with Farming Sim in mind. Do I still play Minecraft? That word from a while ago, so we play. Yes, I still play Minecraft every Monday. I got to the Nether last week, so that's opened up a lot of possibilities for us. I will be playing again next Monday, and I think I'm going to be starting to build my new permanent base. So I built a very small section of it as a test run in the last stream, so I will be continuing with that on Monday, if you're interested in Minecraft. Same time as always, 3 PM UK time. Every Monday for Minecraft, every Friday for Farm Sim, and every Wednesday for whatever I come up with. Nix, thanks for following. Joe Doug, you sound like Tyson Fury. That's the first time I've ever been compared to Tyson Fury, so I don't hear it myself, but sure. Okay, Sam, RLM, and Ketchup83, thank you all for following. Let's get down there for the last load. It's already nearly 10 AM in game, so it's a good job we turned the time scale down a bit. Otherwise it would be starting to get dark already by now. I can't read out followers while I'm driving because I will crash. Louisa Kinsign, thanks for following, and Banana, thanks for following. And L, thanks for following as well. Handsome young fella says, LR, thanks for noticing, LR. I try. You actually do sound like Tyson a bit, says Lucas Thompson. Fair enough. I've never been told that before, but, you know, maybe I do. Have I still got the spider, MTB George? Yes, I have. She's still not come out of her hide for the last couple of weeks, so I'm pretty sure she's getting ready to molt. Hasn't been eating either. She's been moving about. She's poked her head out a couple of times, but she hasn't properly come out of hiding. So most likely she's getting ready to go into a molt. How's the process going, says a sack of spuds. If you mean the bale loading, it's not going too bad. We've got one last load. We'll definitely get all of these in one more trailer full. And then we can finally move on to a different job. Did you cut it off, says Harry Kelly. My hair? No, I've been growing this for about 3 years. I haven't cut it once since Christmas 2020. What's this game called? This is Farming Simulator 22. Okay, let's really try a little bit harder this time to get them in as closely as we can. And as neatly as we can, because I really can't be coming back for another load. Did I cut the other thing off? What other thing could you possibly be referring to? I don't know. Jack Sadler, how's your day, sir? My day's fine. Going good. Okay, any more over there? No. Aha, there we go. If we can find another vertical one, because it's very hard to rotate them once you've picked them up, but if we can find one that's already on its side, just to slot in that gap there, that would be very handy. Did you cut the dingling? Oh, I didn't know you cared. No, I didn't. I've still got it. I won't be showing it to you because unfortunately it is against TikTok's terms of service. Farming Sim is a W. Thanks, Michael. How come I wasn't live Wednesday? I had really bad hay fever Wednesday. I couldn't even breathe out of my nose, and I definitely couldn't talk properly. So I had to call it off. I was supposed to record a video to go up on Thursday as well, but that went out the window. There should still be a video tomorrow. I'm hoping that there's going to be a piano video, actually. Is the dress comfortable? The dress is very comfortable, yes. It's very, gives you a lot of room to breathe, if you know what I mean. Have I had top surgery? Asks Barry Evans. No, I haven't, Barry. This is all foam padding. No top surgery. I don't plan on getting top surgery, but I do plan on taking hormone therapy, which will enable me to grow some breasts. But no surgery planned. Oh, drops that bale. Okay, I'm a little bit paranoid that these are going to start going everywhere, so I'm going to strap them down, what we got so far. Did someone ask if you still have your things? Yes, they did, Littlemouth, RNLI, and yes, I did answer them. Once again, the answer is yes, I do still have them. And will do for the rest of my life, because I don't plan on getting rid of them. How was the wedding? Pictures was lovely. The wedding was great. Had a great time. Very brief. They got married in a registry office. Well, not a registry office, but not a church either. So it was quite a short affair. But the actual reception was lovely. We booked out a local bar, had a few drinks. Nice to catch up with that side of the family because I don't really see that side of the family too much. But yeah, it was a nice time. Did I wear a suit or dress at the wedding? I wore a dress, Ryder, as you can see if you check out my latest post on TikTok. I was a bridesmaid. Along with my two sisters and my stepmom, all four of us were bridesmaids. Okay, I think that was the last one. There we go, we got all the bales. Why are people being muted for asking an open question or open questions? Chances are, if you're being muted, then the question you're asking is not an open question, it's a rude question. Believe it or not, there are a lot of people out there who ask rude questions and then say, oh, it's just a genuine question. No, it's not. If it's a genuine question, you wouldn't be getting muted. What are your pronouns? Don't have to answer, says Isaac. My pronouns are she, her. Thanks for asking. Oh, nearly ran into someone's field there because I'm checking the chat. What's the setup? The setup. This is a Logitech steering wheel, a Logitech heavy duty bundle. So it's got the steering wheel, side panel, and pedals. Do you think you will ever regret being trans in the future? I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. I don't really care if I do one day live. I don't think I'd ever live to regret it. If there ever came a time where I wasn't trans and I, realised that it wasn't me, I wouldn't regret the experiences that I've had as a trans woman. So no, I don't think I'll ever regret doing this. Even if I don't stay like this for my entire life, which, people do detransition. Some people do, come out as trans and then a few years later they realise that it wasn't right and they got it wrong. It happens. And, for the vast majority of people who do detransition, they don't regret it. Despite what, a lot of people might say, like the rate of regret is incredibly low. So, yeah, I even if I, in 5 years' time, say to myself, I don't think I am trans, I won't regret the time that I've spent living as a trans woman, if that makes sense. What am I watching right now? You're watching Farming Sim. There we go. You're a pianist, so my respect for you increased slightly. Thanks very much, Stephen. What map are you playing? The map is called Baryc, B-A-R-Y-C-Z. It's a Polish map. Oh, parked on a bit of a hill there. Does the wheel have force feedback? This one doesn't. You can get wheels with force feedback. This one doesn't have anything like that, unfortunately. actually grab that one. Can we do 2 at once? I'm going to attempt to get 2 at once. If I get the lower one... Nope, didn't work. And we don't want to block the baler, because we are going to need that as well. Stephen says, not going to lie, that game looks boring, I couldn't play that. It's only boring if it's not your thing, right? Like, I mean, I could say the same about, like, FIFA. I think FIFA's incredibly boring, because I don't like football, right? Like, that's not a personal attack on anyone who enjoys that game. I'm just saying, like, you know, different people find different things boring. And for me, this is something that I enjoy. You do need a lot of, as Kirsty says, you do need a lot of patience if you're stacking bales, especially if you want to do a good job of it, which I don't, because I don't have that level of patience. Doozy followed, thanks very much, Doozy. Do I have a farm IRL? I don't have a farm IRL, no, but I grew up on and around farms. My granddad worked on a farm, and he used to take me to work with him every Saturday, so I do have, you know, not necessarily experience of working on a farm, but experience of being on a farm and seeing how things work and all that kind of stuff. How are you moving around using the wheel? The wheel is just plug and play, so it works in tractors and on foot. How much did your setup cost? The computer, £450. The steering wheel, side panel and pedals, £250. And my main monitor, £100. Throw in a little bit for the keyboard and mic and lights and all that kind of stuff. About £1,000 in total. Can you move the camera with the wheel while on foot? Yes, you can. Use the right stick to move. Just like with a normal controller, you use the left stick. There are sticks on the wheel, so you use the left stick to move around and the right stick to look around. Ford TW35, why am I wearing a dress? Because it's very hot today, and I need to breathe. Which wheel is it? It's from the Logitech Heavy Duty bundle. I believe the wheel itself is called like the G35 or something like that. Where am I going to put the trailer, actually? I didn't think of that. I'll keep the trailer on the car for now, actually. Aren't PCs and computers for gaming only good if they're like £800? This is a refurbished PC, so it's all second-hand parts, which is why it was so cheap. Brand new PCs, obviously, these days can set you back £2 or £3 and I don't have that kind of money to throw at a PC. But a refurbished PC, if you get it from the right place, if you get it from like a trusted builder, and you get all the right parts in it, it can be just as good. This is like sort of a mid-range gaming PC. It's perfect for the kind of games that I play. And I've had absolutely no complaints in the 2 or 3 years that I've had it. Do I play COD? Yes, I do. I play mostly zombies on COD. I'm not a fan of the campaigns and multiplayer and stuff like that, but I do play a lot of COD zombies, particularly in Black Ops 2 and 3. Thanks for following, Ronaldo and Coco. Okay, so we finally got done with the baling. The next thing I want to do is mowing. So let's just hop over to this field and have a look. Here's the field, well, here's one of the 2 fields that we've got. Aviation Max and Eddie for Life, thanks for following as well. And here's the other field. This one's got a path running through it. But these 2, they're just grass. So we're going to give them a quick cut and potentially bale these as well. We've got a few more followers. PTBB, thanks for following. And I think that's a steak, or yeah, steak emoji followed. Thanks very much. What level of pianist are you? I'm not actually certified at any level. I've not been professionally trained in piano. I haven't had lessons or anything like that. It's all it's entirely self-taught. I get by. You're cool. Thanks, Charlie. Do you play Farming Simulator? I'm playing it right now. Okay, so we are going to get a mower. Let's look under mowers. Obviously, again, all old equipment. Should we get a bar mower or a covered one? I think a covered one, but I don't know which size. We got 1.6 meters, 1.4 meters, and 1.7 meters. I guess we may as well just go for the largest one. The horsepower is 32, and let's just check the horsepower on our tractor. Oh, I really wanted to buy this tractor as well. I forgot that was in the used vehicle sale. I want to buy it before it goes off sale because this is one of my favourite tractors, and I'm really glad that it's on sale right now. We might not get much use out of it because we've already got a medium-sized tractor, but I'm going to buy it. I love this tractor. It's on sale. I'm having it. We'll take it. Bit of a tangent. I apologise. But oh, look at this beauty. New Holland TM series. Absolute amazing tractor. How long have I been playing piano, says Stephen. Whoops-a-daisy, nearly drove straight into that tree there. I've been playing piano for about a decade, about 10 years, maybe 12. I can't remember exactly. I've had an actual acoustic piano for about 3 years. Just wipe my nose. I had an acoustic piano for about 3 years, but before that I had a digital keyboard. So about 10 or 12 years altogether. This game looks fun, says Bimmer Power. It is quite fun once you get into it. The other thing is we are still very early in the game. We're only on our third in-game day, so obviously we don't have a ton of money, we don't have a ton of equipment, so things will be slow for the time being. But once we get a few more fields and once we get more animals and equipment and stuff like that, there'll be a lot more to do. I love FS22. Me too, Dylan. How much is the game? I think it'll set you back about 25 quid at the minute, depending where you get it from. This is Farming Sim 22, so it's currently the most recent game, but FS25 has recently been announced and it will be coming out in November. Is this a good way to learn to drive in real life? I would say probably not. Would you like to be a farmer, Ash? Again, it was something that I seriously considered. When I left secondary school, I considered going to agricultural college. I ended up going to university instead and studying game design, but it was a serious consideration that I made, and I think, you know, maybe one day in the future when I'm a bit older, it's the kind of thing that I could potentially see myself doing. I think we've hit the shed roof there. Love your setup, says Dylan. Thanks, Dylan. Yeah, so as you can see, this tractor is way too big. We did not need to buy a tractor of that size for the equipment that we've got, but it was an impulse buy. It's one of my favourite tractors and it just happened to be on sale, so, you know, sue me, I bought the tractor. I bought the New Holland TM, and we're never going to use it because there's nothing that we actually need to use it for. What I needed to do was to check the horsepower on this. 49 horsepower. So yeah, if we buy that 1.7 meter mower, the Massey Ferguson will be enough to handle it. So we'll get one of these. Do we want a cover? Yes, drum cover and apron. We'll go all out. V-belt cover. Yeah. Center cover. What's the center cover? I think that's just inside, but we might as well get it anyway. New hitch or old hitch. I don't think that affects the functionality, so we'll just go with the old one. And we'll keep the colour, but I will change the apron colour. I have a lighter colour there. Yeah. We'll go for that. That'll do. Okay, so we'll hop in the Massey and head to the shop to purchase that. Does your mum know you wear her top? This is a dress, and it definitely wouldn't fit my mum. No offence, mum. But we are quite different sizes. No, this is my dress that I bought with my own money for myself. Okay, we're back in the old Massey now, the old cabless Massey Ferguson 140. The moustache is crazy, says Bender Defender. That's just genetics, man. I'm sorry that I've got a better moustache than you. I really don't want it, but I can't help it. What day are you? What do you mean by what day am I? Map, says Michael. The map is Baryc, B-A-R-Y-C-Z. It's a Polish map, available on the mod hub. I'm not the one deluding myself. You keep telling yourself that, mate. Can I play classical pieces on piano? I can play a few. Not necessarily like classical, because there's like the official definition of classical, and then there's like the more widely known definition of classical, which actually includes like romantic and other periods. So in terms of like actual proper classical music, I don't think so. But in the more broad sense of the word, I know a few pieces. I know Canon, obviously Pachelbel's Canon, in D and B. I can do the Second Waltz by Shostakovich. That's one of my favourite piano pieces. Nocturne by is it Chopin? Nocturne, Opus 55. There we go. There's the plough, the mower. Sorry. What's my dad think? Ask him. He's very, very vocal in most of my comment sections, and sometimes he even joins my stream as well. So if you want to know what my dad thinks, don't worry, he'll tell you, because he is literally one of my biggest supporters. Shostakovich Waltz number 2 is class, one of my favourites. Mine too, honestly. I absolutely love the Second Waltz. One of my favourite pieces of music to play, to listen to, just in general. Pashmi follow, thanks very much, Pashmi. Stay Motivated says, this is embarrassing, people nowadays thinking they can do whatever they want. I can do whatever I want, it's a free country. Anonymous says, like father, like son. My father is not trans, so no. And he also has 3 other kids who are also not trans, so sorry to put a spanner in the works there. What wheel and pedal set do you use? This is the Logitech Heavy Duty Equipment Bundle. It includes the panel, the steering wheel, the side panel, and the pedals. Dealey says, do I use tampons? No, I don't. I have no use for them, for obvious reasons. Here we go. Inferno, thanks for following. Do I want to be a farmer? I think I'd like to work on a farm. I don't think I'd like to be an actual farmer, like as in owning a farm, because of the amount of risk involved, financially speaking. I'd like to do farm work, but yeah, I don't think I'd like to actually have the responsibility of managing a farm or anything like that. Okay, we'll start with the one closest to the to our farm. Let's unfold mower. There we go. Try and get nice and close to the edge. Have I ever considered going into that line of work, says Smokey? Yeah, so again, when I left secondary school, I did consider going to agricultural college. So it was something that I seriously considered. In the end, I went to university instead and studied game design. Which is a very different direction from agricultural college, I know, but it was something that I genuinely considered at an earlier point in my life. Okay, let's get going. I think I can do cab view for this. Although, actually no, best not. I don't want to risk running into the fence. Why is my side panel the wrong way? My side panel is not the wrong way. In most real-life tractors, the side panel faces the window like that. Am I on Twitch? I'm not on Twitch, no. Thanks for following OFND and Amelia Corns. And I Hart and Jaron Craig. Thank you all. And Harry Coombe. And Wazatheo. Keep them coming, guys. Oh, I think we might be a bit close to the edge of the field there. It's not quite picking up. Ah, there we go. We've missed a tiny bit there. I don't care. I'm not gonna be that pedantic about it. It's only grass. It grows like crazy. How much did your setup cost? Altogether, I've spent about £1,000. That's including my computer, my steering wheel, monitor, all the peripherals, everything. All in all, about £1,000. Yeah, it is very cheap. The biggest money saver was the PC itself. I'm so glad that I went for a refurbished PC because I definitely couldn't have afforded to build to get a brand new PC. If I did, I wouldn't have been able to afford any of the other peripherals. So you know, I definitely recommend if you are interested in getting a gaming PC but you don't have the money for a brand new one. Refurbished PCs are a really great option. Depending on who you buy them from, of course. Make sure you're buying from a reputable trader. Did you buy pre-built or used parts? I bought it pre-built. I'd like to build my own PC one day, and I do have a lot of friends who've built their own PCs. But I don't really. I wasn't really comfortable doing that myself because it is quite risky, and you know, I wouldn't want to spend a lot of money on brand new parts and then damage them in any way. So one day I'd like to do that. I'd like to build my own PC, but for this one I just chose the parts and they build it for you. You missed a bit, said Stephen. I may miss bits, yeah. I'm not really bothered because it's only a grass field and it grows back very quickly. But I will try and get everything. But if I miss bits, I'm not gonna bother going back for them. That's a lovely dress, sir. Thanks very much, Zach Bucco, sorry. Someone followed, but your name's gone. It's scrolled. Let me have a look back. It was Josh RD201. Thanks for following. Zooms, thanks for following. Charlie something, thanks for following. And Course Correct, thanks for following. That's a neat little monitor, says Evan. Thanks very much. This is an Electro monitor. It's actually designed for the Raspberry Pi, and it actually has touchscreen capabilities if you get the right adapter for it. I bought it because I wanted. Well, at the time that I bought it, I only had a very small desk, and I wanted a second monitor, but I only wanted a really small one to display like Task Manager and stuff like that. So I got this. It was about 50 quid. It's really cool. It's really. I wish it was compatible with Farm Sim because there is a mod for Euro Truck Simulator where you can pop out the in-game GPS and actually have it on the mini monitor, which is a really nice little touch of realism. Unfortunately, Farming Sim doesn't have the same thing. But it is a great little monitor, and as I say, it can be made to be touchscreen compatible with the right attachment. We've got a few new followers. Adam Howard, thanks. Ox F Cat and Cameron C, thank you all for following. Okay, we'll do one more headland, or maybe four. Is that address? Says BB Nev. Yes, it is. Mow the opposite way, you flatten the grass. In real life, Hallie, yes. In Farming Sim, it doesn't actually do that. It's not that realistic. In real life, of course, yeah, it'd be more realistic to go the other way so that you're not driving over the stuff that you've already mowed, or driving over the stuff that hasn't been mowed yet, rather. But in Farming Sim, it doesn't actually affect it. Is it just a coincidence that your in-game character has similar attire? I did design my in-game character to look like me. The clothing is at the minute not the most similar, and there are very limited in-game character options anyway. But I did try to make it look like myself as much as I could. with the limited options. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think we will have to do one more headland just so we got enough space to turn round when we start doing runs. So we'll do one more go round. We missed a tiny bit there. I do tend to oversteer a bit with this wheel. Because it does have a bit of a dead zone that unfortunately can't really be dealt with. So I do tend to oversteer on occasion. What game is this guy playing? I'm playing Farming Sim 22, as stated in the description of the stream. I don't ask that you accept me, but I do ask that you can at least read. What game is this? Once again, it's Farming Sim 22. Callie says, it's a nice day outside while you're playing games. I'm playing games because it's too nice outside. It's absolutely roasting. I'm not a person who takes very well to the sun. If I stood outside for 5 minutes in this, I would burn to a crisp. I'm always in the house. I'm not always in the house, Two Wheels UK, no. I do spend a lot of time in the garden. I am actually quite keen on gardening. And I do get out for nice long walks, and I'm currently learning to ride my unicycle, which I bought about a month ago. So, no, believe it or not, I'm not cooped up in the house all day, every day. Oh, we've missed quite a big bit there. We're going to have to try and iron out that big curve there. We're going to start doing runs now, so... do I have a father figure? If so, does he approve of your choices? Yes, I do, and yes, he does. In fact, he frequently comments on my videos and joins my live streams. He's probably one of my biggest advocates, I have to say. Not that my other family members aren't accepting, but my dad is like very vocally, like... If anyone says anything, he's usually the first person to have a go. Which, I'm not going to complain. Okay, we're going to try and get rid of the runs, get rid of the curve here while we're doing our runs up and down. Deep down he's crying inside. If he was crying inside, then he wouldn't be spending his time responding to people on TikTok and watching my live streams and stuff like that. Like, genuinely, when people say, oh, I bet your dad's proud, it just makes me laugh, because yes, he genuinely supports me more vocally than any other member of my family. Like, he will vehemently defend me. Marley 2008 horse. I wouldn't. Yeah, but you're not my dad, are you, Marley? What are your pronouns? Asks Ben. She and her. Thanks for asking. Am I wearing a dress, says Jack? Yes, I am. It's a lovely day for a dress. Highly recommend, lads. The only thing stopping you from wearing a dress is yourself. Remember that. Console or PC? I'm playing on my PC. James Lafty635, I think you're beautiful how you are, never listen to the haters. Thank you very much, James. Don't worry, I never do. As much as they might try, I, by and large, tend to just not give a shit. I love your desk setup, says Motherfrog. Thank you, Motherfrog. I've got, as you can see, got an L-shaped desk, corner desk, so that I can have two different, like, consoles. I've got my work console and my gaming console. And all I have to do is swivel my chair. 30 degrees outside, by the way. Yes, it is 30 degrees outside, which is far, far too warm for me. If it was a bit cooler, if it was like the low to mid-20s, I'd be out there doing a bit of gardening, practicing my unicycling. But unfortunately, it's just too much for me a day like this. Way too warm in Leeds right now, says Motherfrog. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm in South Yorkshire, so not too far away from Leeds, and it is absolutely roasting here. Am I cutting the grass to bale, says Dave Rosie Taryn. I might bale it, I might get a loading wagon, I'm not sure yet. There are a couple of loading wagons available to us. Obviously I'm playing with classic equipment only, so we don't have a great deal of choice. But we do have a couple of loading wagons in the store, and it is a bit easier than baling, so I might go for that. This is only going to be feed for the sheep anyway, so... am I a Sheffield lass? Technically I'm a Harrogate lass, I'm from Harrogate in North Yorkshire. But I do live in South Yorkshire now. I'm not gonna give away my exact location. But South Yorkshire's not that big of a place. So, oh, I've accidentally hired a worker there. When's Minecraft? Minecraft is on Monday. Play Minecraft every Monday, so come along on Monday if you want to see that. Oh, what's happened there? There we go. For a second I thought you were actually in a tractor. That's the intention, yeah. Honestly, if I had the money, I'd buy like an actual tractor cab and have it installed in my bedroom, just for the realism. I've seen people do similar things, like have entire truck cabs in their bedroom for Euro Truck and stuff like that. And believe me, if I had the space and money for that, I'd absolutely love to have an actual tractor cab to use for farming sim. Maybe one day. What time on Monday, says Heisenberg? 3 PM. I always stream at 3 PM UK time. Am I a farmer? I'm not a farmer myself, no, but I do have, you know, I grew up on and around farms, so... I like your dress, Sean. My name's Saul, but thanks very much. Nice dress, mate. Thanks, Schnick and Schnack. You should get one, believe me. It's very comfortable in this kind of weather. What are my pronouns? Asked Gary Gregory with a laughing emoji, but I'll tell you anyway. She and her. Feel free to use he and him, because I know you will, but, you know, you asked. Nice dress, mate. Thanks, Heath. Hi, says Bay MUFC12. Hi, welcome to the stream. Serious question, what toilet do you use? Usually the one in my house. Farm her, says unlucky timing. That's quite funny. Okay, thanks for that one. My pronouns are farm her. In public, I don't go to the toilet in public. That's gross. I'm pretty sure it's illegal to just go to the toilet in a public place. Sunny Talks Ball, thanks for following. What headphones are these? These are Exa 1000s. They're about 20 quid. They're quite cheap headphones, but they're pretty good. They do have a built-in mic, which I'm not using because I use my actual mic. But yeah, they're not a bad set. They're cheap. They are compatible with consoles as well if you're on PlayStation or Xbox. Very high tech with the wheels, says Dom. Yeah, it's It's not exactly the most sophisticated wheel in the world. There are other companies that make like slightly more realistic wheels than this one. But there's, can't go wrong with Logitech in my experience. I've had Logitech peripherals for many years and never had any issues with them. Okay, I'm going to leave that tiny bit there. Bro, just go outside and take a walk out sometime. I actually do walk. Walking is literally one of my favourite activities. On a nice hot day I like to go for a walk. I live in a little village, so there's plenty of places to walk to. It's a bit too hot today for me to be going out for a walk, but believe me, when the weather's just right for it, I do enjoy a nice long walk in the countryside. What's this fella doing? Right now I'm mowing. How much was the setup? About £1,000 all in all. That's including the PC itself, plus monitors, plus steering wheel and side panel, and all the other peripherals. Nice dress, mate. Thanks, Oscar. Very comfortable in this weather, believe me. Why are you wearing a dress? Because it's a nice day, and I need to breathe. If you catch my drift. Does the wheel work on any other games or just Farming Sim? It works on most games. I mean, obviously, I recommend using it with games that have steering wheels in-game. Like, I wouldn't use it to play COD, for example, although I'm sure you probably could, if you were so inclined. But yeah, I play Farming Sim, Euro Truck, SnowRunner. I've even played Burnout Paradise with it. I've not tested GTA, but I'm pretty sure it could probably work with GTA. Right, we'll just cut down an entire bush there. Do you remember that old game on Facebook? I can't remember what it was called. Do you mean Farmville? Because I used to be obsessed with Farmville back in the day. Oh, we've hit a tree there. Oh, believe me, in my like early teens, I did so much Facebook gaming. Oh god. It's, I look back on it now and cringe, but yeah. Everyone was playing Farmville, to be fair. It was pretty widespread at its peak. Look at the bicep vein. I do have quite veiny biceps, not because they're muscular, but because I have so little body fat on me that they just pop out. Sorry. I am underweight. It's not as fun as it sounds. What car do you drive in real life? I don't actually drive. I can't drive. I mean, I probably could, but I don't have a license. What did I have for lunch? I had a pizza for lunch. Just a frozen one. Bit too hot to be doing proper cooking. Had a nice bolognese last night, but this morning, nah, just couldn't really be doing with the cooking. So just a quick frozen pizza. X-Filer, I can share some fat, wish it was possible. So do I, honestly. I'd take some if I could, because I cannot put on weight to save my life. Like, genuinely. I just cannot do it. So if it was possible and if people were giving it away, I'd take some. Believe me. Zoom in a little bit because the trees are getting in the way. If you're struggling to build mass, go on a proper bulk. If I could afford to, I would. I can't really. I can afford enough food to keep myself the weight that I am, but I don't really have the financial capacity to be buying, you know, protein supplements and bulking up and that kind of thing. I'm not like seriously concerned about my weight. In all honesty, I laugh and joke about it, but even though I am technically underweight, I am very healthy. I've never had any health problems or anything like that. And being thin does run in the family, to be honest. It's sort of 50-50 in our family. Like, half of the family are incredibly skinny, and then the other half are an average weight. But again, it's never really been a cause for concern, you know what I mean? It's never been, like, I've never been unhealthy because of my weight. There's never been a situation where, like, oh, you need to put weight on or you're going to get ill. It's nothing like that. I'm just a touch underweight compared to, like, the average for my height. But, you know, a lot of health experts reckon that BMI is not the most accurate way of gauging someone's weight, healthy weight anyway, so... Anyway, enough about my weight. Let's get back to mowing. Old school farming, nice, says Atla. Yeah, I absolutely love farming with like classic and vintage equipment, which is why I'm driving the old Massey 140 right now. Which map? This map is called Badic, B-A-R-C-Z-C-Y-Z, or it might be Y-C-Z. It's available on the Mod Hub. It's a Polish map, really great map. Oh, look at that as well. Look how green the undercarriage is now. I love that. Nice little detail. Do I ever play COD? I do play COD. I mostly play COD Zombies. Big fan of Black Ops 2 and 3 Zombies in particular. You're going the wrong way around. You should always go clockwise so you're not flattening uncut grass. In real life, yes. Obviously, in Farming Sim, it doesn't actually have an effect, and I've said before, I'm not really massively concerned with realism. Like, obviously I won't do anything massively unrealistic, but I don't really, you know, have a problem with mowing the grass in the wrong direction, because it doesn't actually have any in-game side effect. Are you honing to age Farm Sim 25? I am going to get Farm Sim 25. Yes, I'm going to be pre-ordering the collector's edition as soon as I've been paid, because the collector's edition comes with an ignition key peripheral, which obviously I've got to have it to go with my other peripherals. So yeah, I am going to be getting Farm Sim 25. That's really why I wanted to get back into Farm Sim 22, because like I haven't played it like much recently, and I really wanted to like get as much playtime out of it as possible while it's still the current game. So that's really why I decided to play it on stream, to be honest. Just try and get as much enjoyment out of the game as I can before 25 comes out, because once 25's out, I'll be spending most of my time on that. Someone followed, but I missed it. I'll go back and have a look in just a second. It was Luan, thank you very much. And PUBG Edits, thank you as well for following. Why don't you just do farming and earn money that way? Well, first of all, I can't drive, as I've mentioned before. So I couldn't really work on a farm until I've got my driver's license. Mother Frog also followed. Sorry, Mother Frog, if I didn't see that. Like I've said before, I could see myself working on a farm. Obviously, again, I would have to get my driver's license and stuff like that first. But it's something that I could see myself doing and that I'd enjoy doing. but definitely not running a farm. That's absolutely not something that I could do. You can drive on farms with no license. I didn't know that. I guess because you're not on the road. Like, as long as you don't go on the road, you don't need a full license. I still don't know how much I'd trust myself in a private vehicle though, like in an actual tractor. Knowing me, it would probably end up in a ditch 5 minutes in, and that would be the end of my brief farming career. What map says Hazza? I'm playing on Barrich, B-A-R-C-Y-Z. It's a Polish map available on the mod hub. Oh, I've missed quite a bit there. What's setup, Xbox, and what's the steering wheel? I'm playing on my PC at the minute. The steering wheel is from the Logitech Heavy Equipment bundle, which includes the side panel and pedals. I'm not going to go back for that bit that I missed. Yeah, so we're nearly done, so I need to start thinking about if I'm going to bale it or use a loading wagon. I kind of want to do a loading wagon because it's easier, but realistically baling would be the better option because it's not going for silage, it's going to be for animal feed. I don't know. Let me know, guys. Do you think I should bale or use a loading wagon? For those of you who don't know, a loading wagon just picks up the loose grass and sticks it all in a trailer, whereas a baler obviously actually wraps the grass into bales. Loading wagon faster? Yeah, I'm leaning towards loading wagon myself for the speed. But again, I could bale it. The thing is, if we bale it again, I might have to get a larger baler and then get some proper bale handling equipment, because I definitely don't want to be making those tiny bales and moving them by hand again. I'm already done with that. I've already had enough of that. Are hay bales just grass then? No, hay is dried grass. Or is hay... no, wait. Is hay dried grass, or... I think so. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I believe hay is dried grass, so you turn it over with a tedder to dry it out, and then it becomes hay. But right now, if I bale it right now, it's just grass. You have to tedder it to turn the grass dry and then bale it, yes. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, because it's going to be feed for the sheep, I don't think we actually need it to be hay. I think you can feed them just grass. So we could bale it without drying. I'll have to check the animal, the in-game animal management thing and see what they need. Do they need hay and grass, or can they manage with just grass? A farm worker here says, Ash. Yeah, thanks for the advice, Ash. Like I say, I'm by no means an expert on any of this. I spent time on a farm when I was a teenager. That's about the extent of my farming experience, and I never actually did any work. You know, I was just there as an observer. Is this FS25? I wish. I wish I was famous enough to get an advanced copy of FS25, but no, this is 22. 25 is not going to be out until August, so we're quite a while away yet. Not August, November, even further away. Okay, let's take this back to the farm. Farming22 wiki says sheep can eat grass or hay. Okay, so I think we'll just keep it as grass then. We do have a tedder actually, but I don't know if there's... It's an extra step that we don't really need to do because they can eat grass without it being tethered. So I think we might, yeah, we might just bale it straight away without tedding. Whether I should skip the windrowing as well, I don't know. I mean... Oh, I just accidentally unfolded there. I mean, realistically, we should windrow it to make it easier for the baler, but again, it's another extra step that's going to take a long time to do, so I don't know if we might not just be better getting a baler and just going straight in and baling it straight away. We are going to get a new baler though, because this one, I've already had enough of it. I don't like these tiny bales, it's a bit too much work. I think we'll get a nice big round baler. So let's have a look. First check used vehicles, just in case. There is the Roland 455 there, but it's way too big and expensive, and it's modern, and we're obviously trying to avoid modern equipment. So let's look under balers and see what else we got. Claas Rotocut. We don't have the horsepower with the Massey, but I think the Sabra might just do it. Let's check what horsepower we've got actually. The Sabra is 75, so we would need to use the TM, but we bought it, we might as well use it. We can't sort by horsepower, unfortunately, so I can't see if there's anything anything better. Excuse me. Oh, this Roland 70. So the Rotocut is 90, the Roland is 70. I think that one then, if we get the Roland, we should be able to... Yeah, the Sabra should be able to manage that. So we'll get that. Lever Revel followed, thanks very much. Okay, we'll get the Roland. Activate with storage, keep the rims the same colour. A little bit more modern than the other equipment we got so far, but it's still, I'd say, sort of retro maybe. It's not modern by any means. It's not exactly ancient, but it's not exactly top of the line either, so I don't have any problems with that. And, oh, I should have probably put the Massey away, shouldn't I? I can't put the Massey back in that shed because the mower's in there now, but I can take it way down to the other shed back there. I think that'll be a good place for it. There we go. It could be a bit further back. Try not to be too much of a perfectionist about things. Yes, Saul, you doing okay? I'm doing fine, thanks. RWTM, thanks for joining. Not doing too bad, making some decent progress here in Farming Sim. There we go. I shifted up down instead of up there. What was your first Farming Sim? 15 was the first one that I played, way back when. I have actually played the older ones. 15 was the first that I played, but I've since been back and played 13 and I think 8, which is not the original, because the original was 7, wasn't it? Or maybe the original was 8. But the first one chronologically that I played was 15. Okay, here we go. And we can actually use the net wrap now, because this is a round baler, so it needs net wrap. How's Friday going so far? I'm having a good Friday, thanks. Not a bad day at all. There we go. Okay, that's already full. So that net wrap is ours, by the way. We just don't have anything to take it back to the farm just yet. Am I able to die in this game? No, Billy. There's no health or damage or anything like that in this game. Shouldn't really be drinking while driving, but I'm hot and I need a drink, so... What about the tractors? Can they explode? That would be quite impressive if they could. No. The tractors can't really experience damage either, to be honest. There is a damage system, but it's mostly cosmetic, and you might lose a couple of horsepower over time. So you do need to do occasional maintenance, but they don't get like massive dints in them, or broken windows or anything like that. As fun as that would be, and as it had a bit more realism, unfortunately not. Okay, so we are going to go straight into baling here. We're not going to waste any time. How are you not melting in this heat? I am, if truth be told, Finley. Wearing this dress helps, but it is by no means a pleasant day. It's just way too hot today. Okay, turn on baler. Lower pickup. What PC specs do you have? Says Rupert Jeremy. I have a... 1 second. Wrong gear. Why am I not moving? Why am I barely moving there? Oh dear, is the tractor not powerful enough? We might have to switch out for the other Ford, because even though this is supposed to have the required horsepower, it doesn't seem to be moving. May have to switch it out for the TM. Anyway, what PC specs do I have? I have got a Intel i5 processor, GTX 1050 Ti 3GB graphics card, and 32GB RAM. Yeah, it's always a risk when you've got a tractor that like only just meets the horsepower requirement. It might not work as expected, but the other New Holland we got has almost twice the horsepower that this one does, so it'll definitely do the job. We just hit a fence there. So sorry, Sabra, we're gonna have to put you back in the shed and get the TM on the job. I mean, just the size difference tells you all that you need to know about the power difference of these two tractors. So we're going from 75 horsepower in the Sabra to 125, I believe, in the TM. A much more powerful machine. Watch out, dog. Whoops, we ran straight over him. Good job the animals don't have collision in this game either. We'll not bother with the flashes, we're only going to the field next door. Thanks for following, Alfie. Charlie Besant, go outside, it's 30 degrees. The reason I'm not going outside is that it's 30 degrees. If I go outside in 30 degree weather, I will literally melt. Thanks Zane Knight and Oscar for following. Finn says, what map? This map is Baryc, B-A-R-Y-C-Z. It's a Polish map, and it is available on the Mod Hub. I'm not sure if it's crossplay, so if you're playing on console, it might not be available, but hopefully it is, because it's a very good map. Okay. Turn on Baylor. Pickup's already down. Okay, we can actually use cab view for this one because all we got to do is stay on top of the swath there, and it should do most of the work. Although we may miss bits on the corners like that, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Might hit that tree. Yep, not going to go under that tree. Do I stay in all day? I do when it's 30 degrees outside, yes. What am I wearing, says Smacker. I'm wearing a red striped dress. Maybe we should have used the windrower actually, just so that we could get to the corners better. Because we might struggle in the corners with this being such a big tractor, comparatively. Yeah, we might have to bring the windrower around. Charlie Blackburn, thanks for following, and Gaming Madman, thanks for following as well. Right, we'll just have to leave this here for now because I'm going to bring the windrower in. It is already 5 o'clock IRL, so we might not actually get the baling done today, but if we can get the windrowing done, that'll be good enough for me. Which one's the windrower? It's this one. I always get the windrower and Tedder confused because they're very similar looking machines. Chloe says he's got a good amount of money. I've actually not got much money, to be honest. The currency is set to Polish zloty, so it's in euros. It's about £1.5 million, which is what you start with in farm manager mode. So I've actually got less than the starting amount because I've bought quite a lot of stuff. It's just because of the currency that I'm using. It looks like more. How are the jumping spiders, says Evan. The jumping spider is doing fine. She's settling in well. Okay, so this should hopefully get into the corners and then make things a little bit easier for when we go round with the baler. Ooh. There we go. How long have I been playing Farming Sim 22? Today's stream I've been playing for about 2 hours. The game in general I've been playing since release, FS22. Oh, okay, yeah, the windrowing, I should have warned you, the windrowing is not going to go very well. This is one job that I am absolutely terrible at. So... And we got a problem here because we're still gonna we're putting the swath even further into the corner there, which is the opposite of what we want to do. I have to turn around. Zoom in a bit. There we go. Love the outfit, Pookie. Thanks, Connor. Okay, there we go. We've missed a little bit there, but doesn't matter. We're not to a bit. We are to that bit. That was quite a big bit there. Yeah, as I said, I'm very bad at windrowing. I do apologise. We've still missed a decent chunk there, but it's fine. It's not going to be enough to cost us like an entire bale or anything like that, so I'm not going to fret too much about it. Thanks for following Farmer FS22. Full stop says, and you failed them. Failed who? I'm not sure what that comment is in regards to. Please enlighten me. Yeah, we missed a bit in the very corner there. I don't care. I'm not gonna stress too much about it. Your entire brand is you as a person rage baiting. Your career's built on that. I don't know why you think I'm rage baiting. I'm literally I'm playing Farming Simulator. Like, I'm literally just sitting at my computer playing Farming Sim. I don't know what possible part of that you are construing as rage bait. But if it is rage bait, it's clearly gotten to you. So I must be doing a good job of it. Why you sat there in a dress? Because it's like 30 degrees outside. Dan says 12 pipes. Go on then, Dan. You're paying. We should probably do this side as well, just again to get the stuff in the very corner. Starving Marvin, it'll only take 2 for me. Well, can anyone beat Marvin's offer? Anyone want to go lower than 2? 1 for me and 1 for you. Okay, Marvin. Sounds like I've just landed myself a date with Marvin, guys. Bro, what's the top about? It's a dress, actually, not a top. Okay, that bit there. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to the other corner, and I'm going to run along the side there. Evan Hadlow, what map is this? This is Barich, B-A-R-C-Y-Z, or Y-C-Z, sorry. It's available on the mod hub. Theo Crandon, could you do a makeup tutorial? I could. I'm definitely not going to do a makeup tutorial in this weather because it's way too hot to be wearing makeup today. Oh, hang on, we're missing that. I'll take you to any Weatherspoons you want, says Marvin. Now that is a deal. I love a cheeky spoons, Marvin. Do you remember me, says Noah. Yes, I do, Noah. How are you doing? I've missed the exact same bit again. Yes, it's Noah from my Minecraft streams, I believe. How are you doing? Okay, let's try not to miss this bit. I'm too distracted by Marvin propositioning me. We're still missing it. We're still missing that exact same bit. My god. Oh, we got it going backwards there because I forgot to lift up the windrow. How was your nan's wedding? Says Evan. It was good. Very good time. Great reception. The ceremony itself, a bit short. But it was only a simple registry office do. But yeah, had a great time. Got some great pictures, which are up on my TikTok, if you want to see them. No, let's try that again. Why are you wearing? That's not a full question there, Uglahi. But if you'd like to rephrase it, I may consider an answer. Okay, I think that takes care of that. So now we can carry on doing the rows. Oh, we're not moving. What's that all about? Okay. For some reason the accelerator just stopped working there for a second. Madison says, the dress you wore to your nan's wedding was so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Madison. Yeah, we were allowed to pick whichever dress we wanted. There was a colour code, they all had to be baby blue, but we were allowed to choose the individual dresses. I'm very happy with the choice that I made. And my sisters and stepmom as well, all looked absolutely amazing. How much silage have you done, says Caden MTB. I haven't actually done any silage. This is just grass that I'm baling to feed to my sheep. I'll probably do silage at some point because I do want to end up getting cows. I want to get every animal type eventually. But to start with, we're just going to get sheep because they're the easiest, apart from chickens. Am I excited for FS25? Yes, I am indeed. I'm really looking forward to FS25. I missed a little bit there. I'm going to be pre-ordering the collector's edition so that I can get the ignition key peripheral. What tractors do you have? Currently, I've got this, the Massey 140, and I've got two New Hollands, 30 series Sabra with the drop nose, and a New Holland TM series, which we just got in the used vehicle sale. And of course, I've got my car, which is the Lizard Santana 88. How much was your PC? £450. It's refurbished, so all second-hand parts, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying a brand new PC, and the performance is just as good. Why are you using such a small tractor with so much money in the bank? No point using a mod for money then. I'm not using any money mods. This is the base amount of money. Once again, I'm using the currency converter mod, so I have €1.5 million, which is the starting amount on new farmer mode. That translates to 4.5 million Polish zloty. That's why it looks like I have a lot more money than I actually have. Okay, I think the windrowing is done there. Maybe a tiny bit here. What GPU do you have? I've got a GTX 1050 Ti, so it's 3 GB. Okay, we'll save the other field. Or actually, no, we'd better do it. While the machine's running, we may as well do the whole thing. Do you have a YouTube? I do have a YouTube channel, but I only use it to to upload stream archives. Aren't they 4 GB? So the GTX 1060 is 4 GB. The 1050 Ti is just a 3 GB card. It's slightly smaller. I did actually order a 1060 when I bought the PC, but they didn't have one in stock. So they emailed me to... That was way over. They emailed me to say, you know, would you like us to give you a 1050 Ti instead, or do you want us to wait until the part's available? And I decided to just go for the smaller card, and it hasn't really had that much of a detrimental effect. You know, with the 4 gig would have been better, but I kind of wanted the PC straight away, so I was happy enough to just get the 3 gig card instead. Someone followed, Liam20, thanks Liam. Your streams are so chill and soothing, keep it up, says Min. Thank you very much, Min. That's what I'm going for, really. That's why I think games like Farming Sim are perfect for streaming, because they are very chill, they're very relaxed. It gives me the perfect opportunity to just, you know, sit back and read the comments and interact with my audience and stuff like that, and put my windrow through the fence like that. Where's the wheel from? This is a Logitech wheel. It's part of the Logitech heavy equipment bundle. I bought it from the official Logitech online store for 250 quid. Hello Saul, says Lucas. Hi Lucas, welcome to the stream. One of my regulars. Always nice to see a familiar face. Well, I can't actually see your face, but you know what I mean. Okay, it's starting to get dark. I don't think we're going to get all the baling done today, but I would like to get all the windrowing done, so I'm going to turn the time scale down to real time, just while we finish the windrowing. We've overshot there a little bit. Adam followed, thanks very much Adam. Why are you in a dress? Because it's 30 degrees outside, and believe me, when a dress in 30-degree weather is very, very freeing. It's very cool. Okay, there we go. That's once around. Shorts and t-shirt. No, you can wear shorts and t-shirt if you want. I wanted to wear a dress. Daily quotes, will you go on hormones or something? I do plan on getting hormone therapy, yes. It's not like it's not an urgency or anything like that, because it's not, you know, I don't, for a lot of trans people, you know, it can be quite stressful and it can be difficult, you know, to just live your day-to-day life without access to those sorts of treatments. For me, I'm a little bit less. It's a little bit less urgent for me personally. It's definitely something that I want and that eventually I will pursue. But I don't mind waiting until I'm in a better position to do that. Have I played Mudrunner or Snowrunner? Yes, I've played both. I absolutely love the Spin Tires series. Maybe I could play that on stream because it is compatible with the steering wheel and the mud physics obviously are incredibly realistic. If you'd like to see me play Mudrunner on stream, let me know, or Snowrunner, and I may consider it. Some deer about. Okay, so actually we're at the wrong end of the field for this, aren't we? We need to be down this end. Sorry if I'm rushing about a little bit here, I just want to get this done at this point. Again, as much as I love using the classic equipment, the only downside is that it does take forever to get stuff done. You've got to find the right balance, because on the other hand, I wouldn't want to get a massive tractor and do the whole field in 2 seconds, because where's the fun in that? But at the same time, this equipment is a little bit on the smaller side. As we build up, obviously, we'll go for something slightly larger. What map? The map is called Barycz, B-A-R-Y-C-Z. It's available on the Mod Hub. What other games do I play? In terms of games that I stream at the minute, I'm playing Minecraft. There are other games that I would like to stream, like Euro Truck and, as someone's just mentioned, Mudrunner and Snowrunner. I play a lot of other games. I like sci-fi, so I'm big on like Portal, for example, Alien Isolation, one of my favourite games. My personal favourite game of all time is a sci-fi. It's Oddworld Abe's Exodus, which is a PS1 game from 1998. My absolute favourite game ever made. But I play all sorts, mostly simulators. Train Simulator is another one that I'm quite big on. And I like city builders. I've recently just got back into City Skylines 2 after a while. Manor Lords, What's the other one that I've been playing recently? Oh, Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, which has just left early access and become a fully released game on Steam. That's an absolutely fantastic city builder with an interesting twist. Solo says, hi, I was on your Minecraft. Hi, Solo. Hope you enjoyed the Minecraft stream. There will be more of that coming on Monday, of course. And we've finally been to the Nether now, so we will start building our new base. The next stream's going to be on Monday at 3 PM. Am I in a dress? Yes, I am, Jams. And I must admit, even in the dress, it is getting quite hot. But I can't really take any more off because that would be against terms of service. Have I played Phasmophobia? I haven't actually played Phasmophobia. It's one of those games that me and my friends were always meaning to play, but we never got around to it. We do play a lot of similar games. We've played like Lethal Company and Content Warning and stuff like that. Dead by Daylight. But yeah, Phasmophobia, we just never got around to it for some reason. Belle says, hey gorgeous, how are you? I'm fine, thank you, Belle. Welcome to the stream. Bailey Boy 2022 followed, thank you very much. Have I played DayZ? I haven't actually played DayZ, or DayZ if that's how you pronounce it, but I have heard good things about it. I'm quite big on zombie games. I used to absolutely love the Left 4 Dead games. I play COD Zombies, obviously. 7 Days to Die, which is like sort of Minecraft-ish in the building and stuff like that. But yeah, I've never played DayZ. But you know, being a zombie game, it's definitely something that I could see myself enjoying. Left 4 Dead is elite, yes, absolutely. I used to play with one of my best friends when I was a kid. He had an Xbox 360. This was before I owned a console of my own. But he had an Xbox 360 with both Left 4 Deads on it, and we used to play 2-player all the time. Absolutely, some great memories of that game. Like a big part of my childhood. I've not played Back 4 Blood. If anyone has, is it any good? Does it live up to the originals? If it does, maybe I could even play it on stream. Maybe I could buy it and play it on stream. Who knows? Is that a Logitech headset? The headset is not Logitech. No, it's Exa headset. It's not like a massive brand, it's just a cheap one that I got off Amazon. But I don't really need anything too good. My mic, I use my proper mic, so it doesn't really matter. And then the headphones, most of the time I don't use my headphones anyway, I only really use them when I'm streaming. So I didn't need anything like super high-end. Okay, I think we are done with that. Do I have a plan to stream on Twitch? I actually did stream on Twitch for a while back in January 2022. It didn't last very long. I never really got anywhere with it. I've had a lot more success here on TikTok than I ever did on Twitch. I got like 10 followers on Twitch or something like that. But I mean, I guess it's something that I could do now that I've built up a bit of a following on TikTok. I could like do a simulcast or whatever you call it, where you stream on multiple platforms at once. A bit technical to set up, but it could happen. You never know. Never say never. What are you wearing? I'm wearing a red striped dress. Joey Keeper. It is quite hard to grow on Twitch, yeah. Like I say, I've had a lot more success on TikTok, not just with the streams, because I don't only stream on TikTok, I do other stuff as well, I make videos. But yeah, I've definitely had a much more successful career, shall we say, here on TikTok. I mean, I've only been doing TikTok for a couple of months properly. I originally started like 3 years ago, but just uploading like piano videos every now and then. But like in terms of like proper trying to build a following, I've been doing it for about 2 months, and I've got just under 3,000 followers, so not bad. not the fastest growth in the world, but certainly a lot faster than I would have ever grown on Twitch. Tia followed, thank you very much, Tia. And of course, you know, if you are enjoying the content, then you know, there's a button for that. That's all I'll say. I'm not the kind of person who begs for followers, but you know, if you want to, the option's there. Thanks, Robert. Okay, let's sleep till 6. And there's still 40 minutes left of the stream, so I think we will have time to bail. We did leave the tractor in the field, which was maybe not the best thing to do. Oh, it's too dark. Let's turn the timescale up. We'll put the timescale back to 10 now. Just jump this fence. There we go. Perfectly parked in the bushes. Love Farm Sim, says Shaquille Oatmeal. Glad to hear that, Shaquille. Hope you enjoy the stream. Oh dear. Okay, so again, now that we've windrowed it, we should be able to get it baled with relative ease. Shaquille followed, and so did Nathan. Thanks very much, guys. Oh, I've jackknifed. I was too busy reading the chat to look at the baler. Okay. Oh. I always detach it instead of turning it on. Okay, the only problem obviously with using a round baler is that we do have to stop to unload the bale every time it's full. I don't actually know which button does that. It's 4. How did you know where the tractor was in the dark? Because I parked it the night before. I've detached again. I keep pressing 2, which is detach, instead of 3, which is turn on. But now that we've got neater windrows as well, we should be able to stay in cab view and just follow along the rows. Might need to come out on the corners just so that I can make sure I'm getting everything. Although there is a tree in the way there, so I didn't see a thing just then. Okay, we do have a slight problem here, because this bale is definitely going to roll down that hill. Oh, maybe not. As long as we don't bump into it, that should stay there. And as you can see, they are properly wrapped now because I've got the net wrap mod. So you do actually have to buy bale twine and fill the baler. Makes it a little bit more realistic. There's a whole bit here that we didn't windrow. How did we miss all of this? But yeah, as I understand it, Farming Sim 25 is going to have that by default, like bale net wrap and twine and stuff like that, and foil, so you won't need a mod for it. Ryan Walsh, why I got a dress on? I don't know, why have you got a dress on, Ryan? Oh, we've run out of bale wrap. Oh god. Okay. I have a funny feeling that we're going to be going back and forth to the shop every 5 minutes for bale wrap and hitting trees on the way. We'll definitely need the flashes because it's the middle of the night. Well, it's not the middle of the night, but it is dark. Can't wait for Farm Sim 25, says Shaquille Oatmeal. Me neither. I'm so excited for 25. Yes, I feel like what we've got doesn't seem like a huge amount, but at the same time, there is a lot of interesting new features. There's an Asian map for the first time, rice as a crop type, which is really cool. Looking forward to that. There's the ground deformation, which is basic in the grand scheme of things, but you know, I genuinely don't think like SnowRunner type mud physics are appropriate for Farm Sim. I think it's a bit too much. I think maybe the ground deformation that we're getting is a bit too basic, but also you don't want to be too extreme with it, if that makes sense. But yeah, like from what I've seen, it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a similar upgrade as 19 to 22, so like not massive in the grand scheme of things, but some nice new features, new crops as always, and obviously everything from 22 will be standard in 25. That's normally how it goes. And the what you call it, the Platinum Edition map, or the Premium Edition map, Zeylonka, is going to be a base game map in 25. And it is a good map, Zeylonka. I was considering using Zeylonka for this playthrough, for this stream. But I thought, since I'm using entirely modded equipment, I might as well use a modded map as well. But yeah, Zeylonka, very good map. And we will do some veg farming at some point, by the way. We have got mods for that as well. Okay. The question is, will we actually get this baling done before the end of the stream? Because we've only got half an hour left, and I don't know how many times we're going to have to go back for netwrap. You planted anything? Says Shaquille. Not yet. So we started in September. This is only our 3rd day. Oh, no, August. We started in August, sorry. So this is our 4th day. And obviously we're not at the right season for planting anything just yet. So there's nothing growing. We're going to maintain the fields that we got over the winter and probably get some sheep as well, so that we can feed them this grass. And then in... Oh! That's where the bale wrap went. I accidentally unloaded the bale wrap. Okay. That would explain a lot. Never mind. We got some extra now. If it was the right season, what would you plant? I think we'll probably start with cereal crops, just because it's the easiest thing to be getting on with. But I would like to grow all crop types. Are we picking anything up there? No. I'd like to grow all the crop types except for sugarcane and cotton, because they're not really appropriate for this climate, with it being a Polish map. But everything else I would like to try and grow at some point. Even potatoes and beetroot, which are sugar beet, which are very slow to harvest, but I would like to get them. There we go. Cotton, yeah, you can grow cotton in FS22, but again, it's not really the right climate for it. You can grow it on this map. You can grow all crops on all maps, mostly, with a few exceptions. But for the sake of realism, I'm not going to be growing cotton on this map. And same thing with sugarcane. Jackknifed again. What about grapes? I might do grapes. I'll definitely do olives, because you can make olive oil, which is quite a cheap crop to do, and gets good money. And plus, if you get an oil mill, then I can also make canola oil, sunflower oil. So there's a lot more options there. Grapes potentially, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Do I need that specific farm controller for Farming Sim, or can I use my G923 wheel? Most wheels are compatible. It should just be plug and play. I'm not familiar with that particular wheel that you mentioned, the G923, but I'm sure if it's a proper official wheel, it'll probably be compatible, yeah. Okay, so we got 4 bales so far. Judging by the size of the field, I think we might get another 4 from this one, and then potentially 8 more from next door. Because I think we have missed a little bit over on that side of the field. Do I farm in real life, says Oscar? I don't, actually, Oscar, no. I've grown up on and around farms. I used to go on weekends with my granddad, who used to work on a farm, but I've never actually done any farming work myself. I'd be interested in doing it, definitely. It's something that I could imagine myself doing, but it's not something that I currently do. You know what, I'll pick up this little bit here. Might as well. Or I could miss it completely. Nope. It doesn't want me to pick that up for some reason. You're missing so much. Yeah, it's because I forgot to windrow this tiny bit of the field. So I'm going to have to go over it a few times to get every little bit. Oh, there's that bale that I said I wouldn't run into earlier. We're going to jackknife there. Why have I still got my lights on? My flashes. We'll turn around. We're going to hit that bale. Yep, there it goes. Close enough. Okay, so we only got 5 bales from this field in the end. Oh, there is a little bit more here. And there's a couple more straggling bits there. Should we bother with them? Might as well. See if we got enough for a full bale. I have got a mod that lets you unload the baler even if it's not full, just because it gets very annoying when you've got a half full baler and you can't tip it anywhere. So we may end up having to use that. We'll see how we get on. Okay, so we only got 5 bales from that field. The next one, I guess, will be another 5. So we could end up with 10 bales total. Ethan says, remember me from the Minecraft streams? Yes, I do, Ethan. How are you doing? There will be more Minecraft on Monday, by the way. Don't worry, those streams are still going. Sun's starting to come through. Okay, this is going to be a little bit tricky. We get right into the corner. Right into the corner, actually. It's right way up to that tree. That's going to be a bit awkward. I don't think we can get as close to the tree as that. We'll just go back as far as we can. I will try and use cab view as much as I can. I know I'm not using it much at the minute. I'm not very good at reversing in cab view, which is why I'm changing it now, but I'll try and stay in cab view as much as I can for the rest of the stream. Why are you not unloading? What? What's happened there? Okay, I think we got a problem with like some keybinds are conflicting, because for some reason when I'm pressing to unload, it's switching tools instead, which is not supposed to be happening. Oh, and we need to lower the pickup back down again. Apologies. There we go. See, same thing again. I pressed the key to unload, and instead of unloading, it's tipped out all the net wrap. And of course, when you unload it, it unloads it just far enough away from the machine that you can't reload it again without repositioning. Very annoying. Fortunately, it shouldn't take us too much longer now. I don't know whether we'll actually do the bale handling in today's stream. We might have to leave that till next time, because we are already at 20 to 6. But I'm probably going to get the Volvo wheel loader from the Premium Edition, the Platinum Edition, sorry, which has a bale spike attachment for it. We'll probably use that for our bale handling because it's very small. It's a nice piece of classic equipment. Going to be perfect. Going to fit in perfectly with the other equipment on the farm. Okay, this is only a tiny bit, but I'm going to try and get it. Again, it could be the difference between a bale, you know what I mean? What specs my PC? I've got an Intel i5 processor, GTX 1050 Ti graphics card, that's 3 gigs, and 32 gig RAM. And about 2 terabytes storage. Which is not a lot really. Train Simulator takes up literally half of that, because I've got so much DLC for Train Sim. Famously a game with quite a selection of DLC. Thanks for following Charmil211. See, it's doing very annoying. There's definitely some keybind conflicts here. Sometimes I press unload baler and it starts unloading the twine. Sometimes it unloads the actual bale. Sometimes it turns off the baler. Sometimes it detaches the baler. Something is conflicting there, which I'll have to have a look at. PTBB, I've just told you, PTBB. You asked what spec my PC was, and I told you. Like, I'll say it again because you might not have heard me or you might not have been listening. I've got an Intel i5 processor, 32 gig graphics, and a GTX 1050 Ti 3GB graphics card. show the map. I'll show the map in just a minute once I've finished. Once I've finished baling. Does it run this game on full res? Yes, it does. Obviously, I'm not playing full res at the moment. I'm playing windowed because the stream isn't really what am I trying to say? 16:9 doesn't really look very good on stream when you're streaming in portrait mode. So I've deliberately got the aspect ratio as square as possible, but it can play in 1080, which is as much as my monitor can do anyway. Max followed, thanks very much, Max. Okay, I think we'll get 11 bales here. There we go. I'm not going to pick up any more because I don't want to end up with the baler being like almost full. I don't want like a tiny bit left in, so we're probably better off just leaving that a little bit there. We'll take the baler back to the farm, and we've actually got 15 minutes left, so I might buy the new wheel loader, but I won't actually have time to load any bales with it in today's stream. That'll have to wait till next Friday. I've hit that tree once before. It's got something against me. How are you doing, bro? I'm doing fine, thanks, Joe. How are you today? Do I go to the gym, lad? I don't go to the gym, no. Show the map. Just a second, Talact. I will show the map very soon. Where are we going to put this baler? We've actually not got a lot of shed space. I didn't really plan ahead too much when building the farm. We are very quickly going to run out of places to put all of our equipment, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We can always extend the farm. We can always add a new shed somewhere, get an extra bit of land, just terraform and put some more sheds down. We'll see. We'll think of something. Okay, I'm not going to get this in here perfectly straight. That's close enough. A bit further back. How's my spider, says Max. She's doing fine. Still not eating, so she's definitely coming up to molt time very soon, hopefully. She's been in her nest for about 2 weeks now, popping her head out occasionally, but yeah, definitely getting ready for a molt. Always a stressful time, but hopefully she'll get through it without issue. Okay, so I'll show you the map. Here is the map. Once again, it's called Barcyz, B-A-R-C-Y-Z. It's available on the Mod Hub. There's some very big long fields on here. At the minute, we only own field 16, this little triangular one here, and a couple of grass fields down here that we've just been baling. But eventually, you know, who knows? My plan is to get most of the fields along the stream here, along the river, all these little fields, and then start expanding outwards, because obviously we're starting with classic equipment, small scale farming, so all of these little fields along the main road and a lot along this river here, that's really going to be where we do most of our work for the first couple of years. Do you want to see the tractors? Someone said they want to see the tractors. We've got 3 tractors currently. We've got here the Ford Sabra with the dropped hood. And the New Holland TM. This is the 120. It's got 145 horsepower, I believe, so definitely our most powerful tractor at the minute. This one's only got 75. And then, of course, we have the classic Massey Ferguson 140. This is only 32 horsepower, so very small, but an absolute classic. Like one of the iconic tractors, I think. So I'm glad to have it. Okay, I'm going to turn the timescale down real quick because we're not actually going to be doing any more work today. We'll just have a bit of a chat before the stream comes to an end. I've also got my Rostsumash Neva here. One of my absolute favourite combines. This was a pre-order bonus for Farm Sim 15 way back when, and since then it's been available through mods for every other Farm Sim. An absolutely brilliant little combine, perfect size for the farm. We could have gone a bit smaller with a FAR combine, but that would have been overkill. That would have been too extreme. We don't want to go too small scale. But yeah, that's all the equipment, and then obviously we got the Lizard Santana pickup over here. There it is, with the little trailer on the back. And oh, the TM has 120. So this TM doesn't have 120. It's actually customized. This one's 124. So it's 124 horsepower, which is not bad. I believe it is customizable up to 145, but because it was in the used vehicle sale, I bought it as is. Whenever I buy stuff in the used vehicle sale, I don't make any modifications to it. I think realistically, if you're buying a second-hand tractor, you don't say, oh, could you put new wheels on it? You know, could you give it a fresh coat of paint? When you buy a second-hand tractor, you get the tractor as is. So whenever I buy from the used vehicle store, I deliberately don't make any modifications to it until after I've bought it. But we won't be buying much from the used vehicle store anyway, because it's newer equipment in there, and we only want to buy classic equipment. What's the map DLC called? It's called Barycz, B-A-R-Y-C-Z, or it might be C-Y-Z, I forget the spelling. It's a Polish map, and it is available on the Mod Hub. Okay, what we're going to do, just to finish off, is I'm going to buy a wheel loader. I'm going to go for the premium edition, the platinum edition one, sorry. If we go to platinum expansion here, it's the Volvo BM. Oh, no, I've said platinum, not premium. Always get those two confused. So we can get either the LM841, which is our little front loader, or we can get the much bigger. Where's the other one? Or is the other one available separately? There is a bigger one. I don't know where it is for some reason. I think I'm going to go for the smaller one anyway, so we'll go in with it. What's my favourite mod? That's a tough question, because there's all sorts of mods that do all sorts of things. My favourite vehicle mod is probably, at some point we are going to buy it, it's the New Holland TC59. This combine, I don't know, there's something about this combine that I absolutely love. It's a great mod, great harvester. As soon as we have enough money and we get to slightly larger scale farming, we are going to be going for this. For now, obviously, we're going to stick with the Neva, because we only have small equipment. But yeah, the TC59 here, one of my favourite mods. We are definitely going to be going for that when we've got the money. We are going to go for... I'm going to go for the small wheel loader, actually. I know people in the comments are saying to go for the bigger one. But I really like this little one. So I'm just going to go for that. It's still a pretty powerful machine. Pretty decent. You know, 98 horsepower, but it's only going to mostly be for moving pallets and bales and stuff like that. We don't really have much use for the larger one yet because we're still doing small-scale farming, but eventually we might upgrade to the larger one. So let's get Vredstein tyres, because I like Vredstein. No particular reason, I just like them. Should we go wide? No, we'll keep standard. Do I do silage? Not yet. I don't really get on well with silage, to be honest. If I do silage, I prefer to do silage bales because they're a lot easier than silo. But we might do it at some point. We'll see how it goes. We don't need a safety frame because we're not doing any forestry with it. We will have the beacon just so that we can use the beacon because I like using my beacon. Do we want a license plate? I mean, we are going to be taking it on the road, so maybe we should have one. Okay. 3. Oh, I don't think we can have a license plate. I think the option's there, but we can't actually do anything with it. That's a shame. Okay, well, we'll buy this anyway. Oh, we've accidentally changed tyres there. That's going to be 189,000 zloty. There we go. And we will also buy... Oh. It doesn't have a bale spike. Hold on. We might have a mod for that. Let's have a look. Wheel loader tools. No, front loader tools. Or is it... What's it classed as? Is it classed as a skid steer? Hold on. Hold on. Because I know that we've got a mod for BM tools. Like Volvo attachable tools. But I don't know where it is. Okay. Okay, I'm not actually sure which particular tool we need to make this able to handle bales. What I might have to do is switch to switch items in the shop to all items, which will take a second. Or two. I should have saved before I did that, actually, because if the game crashes now, I've lost about 3 hours of progress. There, it worked. Okay. I've just done it again. Yeah, so I've got a mod that lets you sort the shop items so that it only shows modded items or only shows DLC items. But if I set it back to all items, then we can find a front loader attacher that'll actually allow us to handle those bales. We could do with a round bale handler, actually, a grabber rather than a bale spike. But we'll see what we can find. Hi Saul, hi Tom. You're a bit late to the party, I'm afraid, Tom. We're going to be finishing up in about 5-10 minutes. But welcome. Okay, so if we go into the store now and go to front loader tools. There we go. Sam, thanks for following. Sam Pettigrew. Okay, shall we go for... Now, hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, we'll go for one of these. Should we go for the spike or the bale grabber? I think the grabber would be better, to be honest. Let me save, because I'm going to switch to all items. Am I okay? Yes, I'm doing fine, thanks, Tom. Right, so now if I switch once again to all items in the shop. There we go. Now, if I go to bale loaders, see, this is the thing that I was expecting to buy. This really old Sipma bale grabber. We could have gone with that, but I think it's a bit late now. We've already bought the front loader, the wheel loader. Sorry. What was the first farming sim game you played? Says Sam. My first farming sim was FS15. And since then I have been and played 13 and 7 as well. 8, sorry. Okay, there doesn't appear to be a bale grabber for the wheel loader. And I don't know if the front loader... It won't be compatible, will it? Telehandler. We can make it. Yeah, these are not going to. I mean, it might fit on the. It might fit with the telehandler attachment. I'm not sure. I've just saved the game, so if it doesn't work, we can just quit without saving, and next time I'll get one that actually does work. But I think it might work with the telehandler. We get a telehandler, wrapped bale handler. Worth a shot. Yeah, it doesn't look like that's going to fit. I mean, it'd help if I was actually going at it at a proper angle. Let's try and do a turnaround. I might have to look in the store for a mod and see if I can find some compatible bale handling tools for this this loader. Yeah, that's not going to go on there, unfortunately. Well, as I say, we've only just saved the game, so we'll just quit without saving and leave it at that for now. It's coming up to 6 o'clock. In fact, it's 1 minute to, so good time to call it a day. Let me just switch over to my my big cam. There we go. Yeah, so getting a bit itchy because of the heat. Sam says I got the same wheel as you. Good, Sam. You mean the Logitech heavy equipment bundle? Very good. Yeah, that's going to be it for today. Hi, Brooklyn. You've joined right at the end of the stream, unfortunately. That is going to be it. We've played for 3 hours. I wasn't expecting we'd actually go the full 3 hours because of the heat, but I've managed it. Monday is going to be Minecraft once again, and we're going to start building our permanent base, so I'm looking forward to that. And obviously there'll be more Farm Sim next Friday. There might be a video tomorrow. I'm hoping there will, because I've already missed 2 days this week. I'm really going to try and get a video out tomorrow. Might be a piano video. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But hopefully there will be something. But as I say, the next stream will be Monday. If you've enjoyed this stream, then please consider giving me a follow. And if you want to support me financially, then you can take a look at my Patreon. It's $5 a month with a 7-day free trial. I'd also like to shout out my current Patreon supporter. I've only got one so far because I've only been doing it for about a week. But thank you, Cantok, for supporting me on Patreon. And once again, if you want to support $5 a month, there's a free trial for 7 days, and you get behind-the-scenes content and stuff like that. So, yeah. Again, completely optional. Up to you. Check it out if you'd like to. But once again, that is going to be it for today's stream. Thank you all for joining. We've gotten 116 new followers today, so it went quite well. I'll pass. You don't have to tell me if you'll pass. Again, it's completely optional. So yeah, if you don't want to do it, then don't do it. Thank you. Oh, Harry, thank you for following just now. That is going to be it. I will see you again on Monday for the next live stream. Again, if you've enjoyed, then please consider following. Check out my Patreon if you want. And I'll see you on Monday. So, bye-bye.